Have you ever wondered how football generates revenue? It's not just ticket sales and TV rights, but a world where clubs and maybe FIFA score big with sponsorships. This video will show you 5 of the biggest sponsor stories in football, from Barcelona's controversial shirt deals to Manchester United's eyebrow-raising partnership. The stories behind these sponsorships are as intriguing as the last-minute winner in an El Clasico. Before we go on, do take a second to tap that subscribe button if you haven't already. Barcelona, a club revered for its Más que un club, more than a club, ethos, shocked its fan base in 2010 by breaking a long-standing tradition. For the first time, the hallowed Blaugrana stripes bore a corporate logo, Qatar Foundation, later transitioning to Qatar Airways. This was more than just a fashion faux pas in the eyes of fans. It was akin to selling the soul of the club. Before this, Barcelona had only adorned non-profit UNICEF on its kits, a move celebrated for its altruism. The shift to a Qatari corporation wasn't just seen as a cash grab, it stirred a cauldron of ethical debates. Qatar's human rights record, particularly in labour laws, was under intense scrutiny, especially with the 2022 World Cup preparations in full swing. Fans were left wondering, did the club's moral compass just get pawned for petrodollars? Meanwhile, over in Manchester, United's deal with Chevrolet was making the headlines, but not for the right reasons. In 2012, the Red Devils announced a staggering £450 million sponsorship deal with the American car giant. While the fans were busy calculating how many star players they could buy, financial analysts were scratching their heads. The deal was inked at a time when Chevrolet's parent company, General Motors, was reeling from a financial crisis. It would be like finding your financially troubled friend buying rounds at the bar with a maxed-out credit card. The eyebrow-raising aspect wasn't just the amount of money, but the timing. It prompted questions. Was this a strategic move or a Hail Mary pass by General Motors to boost its global image? For United, the money was great, but being part of a corporate recovery strategy made them look more like a financial asset than a football club. When Real Madrid inked a deal with bwin, an online gambling giant, in 2007, it wasn't just a case of slapping a logo on the team's pristine white shirts. This partnership ventured into a morally grey area, sparking a debate faster than a Ronaldo sprint. Why the uproar? Well, it's simple. Gambling and sports, particularly on youth sports, mix about as well as oil and water. Picture a globally revered club with a fan base that includes many impressionable young fans, promoting a gambling company. It's like handing out free candy at a dentist convention. Without question lucrative, but ethically dubious. From 2007 to 2013, every time Real Madrid players dazzled on the pitch, the bwin logo was front and centre, subtly nudging viewers towards the thrills of online betting, regardless of the potential risks involved. Now let's mention Juventus and their deal with Jeep. This tale of financial gymnastics would make even a seasoned accountant's head spin. Jeep, a brand under Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, became the main sponsor of Juve in 2012. Here's where it gets interesting. Both Fiat and Juventus were under the control of the Agnelli family. This cosy relationship led to raised eyebrows and wagging tongues in the financial world. The crux of the controversy lay in how the deal was structured financially. Critics argued that this sponsorship was less about finding the perfect commercial partner and more about shifting funds within the family's empire. Basically, it was akin to taking money out of your right pocket and putting it in your left and calling it profit. This financial sleight of hand brought up questions about transparency and fairness, especially considering the already complex nature of family-owned conglomerates and football finance. Now to the biggest story of all, when FIFA cozied up with Qatar Airways for the 2022 World Cup. Little did they know they were about to score an own goal in the public relations match. You see, the controversy kicked off with allegations faster than a striker on a breakaway, and at the heart of it all was Qatar's labour conditions, which, let's just say, wouldn't win any fair play awards. Qatar, known for its scorching heat and towering skyscrapers, isn't exactly the poster child for workers' rights. The construction of the World Cup stadiums and the infrastructure turn the spotlight on the kafala system. This system, which sounds more like a Kafkaesque nightmare, essentially binds migrant workers to their employers. Imagine a workplace where your boss holds your passport and your right to work. Not exactly the dream job scenario. Reports started dribbling in about workers facing conditions that would make even the most hardened centre-back wince. We're talking about long hours in the desert heat, accommodations that make a 6-yard box look spacious, and wages that would make even a Sunday league player protest. Human rights organisations were blowing the whistle left and right, but FIFA seemed to have left their VAR at home. Then there's the issue of LGBTQ+ rights, or rather the lack thereof in Qatar. In a country where same-sex relationships are a no-go, hosting a global event that promotes diversity and inclusion seemed as mismatched as a goalkeeper playing forward. FIFA, meanwhile, played defence. They talked about bringing football to new territories and cultural differences. But let's face it, when you're passing the ball in a field of human rights controversies, it's hard to keep your kit clean. To add to the melee, there was the odd timing of the tournament. November and December instead of the usual summer months, and the European leagues weren't thrilled. And there you have it, the biggest sponsor stories in football. If there's one you think we missed, please feel free to mention them in the comments. Remember to like and share this video, and also subscribe and tap the notification bell for more amazing content.